Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a reveal, not quite an unboxing, of a vintage LV bag I purchased here at a local consignment shop in the Portland, Oregon region. If you'd like to learn more about the bag that I purchased, please stick around. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about treating yourself to a little bit of luxury, whether that be your cup of coffee, your favorite perfume, skincare, jewelry, or a handbag. And this particular handbag this time, I was shopping with my girlfriend up in the Portland area, actually a suburb of Portland. It was the Tigard Mall, our more upscale mall in the region, and there was this consignment shop in there that was going out of business. They have two locations. This was a I guess trial run they were having in the mall there, and unfortunately they'd been victims of some crime and decided to go ahead and shutter the location at the end of that month. And while I was there, I had saw a lot of different items on their website, and they had several things in stock, some from Louis Vuitton, some from Chanel, one Hermes Evelyn that I was considering, but after taking a look at it, I just went, not for me. So there was a Alma and this bag there in the black EPI, and I know you're probably thinking, Nancy, didn't you just unbox a black EPI bag? I'm like, yeah, I did, and those are kind of like my Pokemons. I gotta collect them all. So I love EPI leather. My very first bag was, I mentioned it in that video, was a black Noe, and I've had it for years and love it to death. So when I saw these two bags, they were in really great condition, incredible steals, again in the $500 range. So EPI, don't sleep on it. They're great deals to have if you are a fan of that leather, and you can usually find something well under $1,000 and sometimes under $500 in great condition, but they are usually older styles, and you'll see in this one when I do some close-ups of the interior, the pockets are out of date. It's just, it is what it is. But if you are willing to transcend the age of the bag, they're wonderful bags to have. So it just came in this nondescript bag with some lovely tissue paper. There was no dust bag, unfortunately. Again, it was consigned by an individual, so it kind of, you know, you get what you get when you go in there. Sometimes you get lucky and there's people who keep everything, and then there's folks who literally just have their bag there. But this was in a really decent condition in my opinion. So let me get the tissue out of it. You're gonna hear the dogs wrangle around. I literally haven't taken it out since I purchased it. So let me see, $5.25 is what I ended up paying. There's no tax here in Oregon, so that was the purchase price. And this is the bag. It is the GM Madeleine in the black EPI leather. The handles are in really great condition. That's one of the things things of this vintage. Usually the handles are what goes first, but surprisingly, this was still in rather decent shape. No wear at the where it attaches here, and just really great overall condition. There's a little bit of some mark here, but other than that, overall the wear is really rather minor. It has feet, it has silver hardware, just really lovely. It has a zip close, and let me go ahead and close it real quick so you can kind of see that. So zip close at the top, so really nice and secure. I got this for kind of like a possible work bag. It won't quite hold, it will hold my laptop. It's a rather large laptop, but it won't protrude too far, especially now that we're coming into the warmer months. I wouldn't mind carrying my laptop in it and taking it into work with my cell phone. So let's see here. It is 13.5 here in the base, 10.5 inches tall, and 5.5 here at the bottom across. And there's a, I believe, if I remember correctly, a 8.5 total drop right here, although that's not a whole lot of room. And I'll get up and do a mod shot. So I can just barely get it on my shoulder. So I will, because of the size of my arms, more than likely be carrying this crook of arm or as a carry like that. But also I do happen to have a crossbody strap that I could technically attach. Is a little D-ring right there, and I believe, if I remember correctly, yeah, so that you basically could attach it to either side right here. So that was kind of my thought process, is possibly putting the strap I have attached right there. Pickles got fixed yesterday, so she's on a just whole nother level of of attitude today. So I had to go take care of that. There is a very nice back pocket right here, and it does fit the iPhone Pro Max. That was like the sold point in the store. I slipped my phone in there and it went in fully without a problem. So that was a great selling point right there. Trying to think, that's the front part of the bag. Here is the LV right there on it. So I just really liked the overall look of the bag, the minimalism of it. It was just a really nice look to it, and I hadn't ever seen this bag before. I'm sure it's all over, you know, the RealReal and Fashion File and everywhere, but it never really, if they're out there, I guess it never really caught my eye, or there were not a whole huge amount of them. I know there's a smaller version, a PM version, that doesn't have this pocket, and maybe that's why it didn't quite cross my my mind of ever buying. Inside here there is a slip pocket right there, and one of the ancient cell phone pockets that we had from back in the day, so I'd probably use this as a pen or other, because our cell phones are not that small anymore, so definitely not going to be able to use it. It is a little bit dirty in there, in the microfiber kind of well, it's not microfiber, it's a textile lining in there. And there is the Louis Vuitton made in, let me look and see, made in France stamped badge in there. And did I even look for the little date code? I didn't, but I will find it on there and put in what year this came out in. I believe it was the mid like 2005 kind of era of LV when this one came out, but again, don't quote me on that. You know, it's I'll find something on the purse forum telling me when the exact time frame is. So there is a little bit of dirt in there from the previous owner, but overall it's not in bad condition. I think it's really decent wear. The EPI, again, is a workhorse type of leather. Being in Oregon, I love utilizing my EPI in the winter. In fact, when I went and bought my Felici, my Empreinte Felici, I was carrying my EPI Noe, and even the sales associate at that time, she's like, hey, that's a great Noe. It's in great condition. I'm like, yeah, it's from like 2001 when I bought it. So it's, it was definitely well loved and well used. She's like, well, you've taken really good care of it. So I was really enamored of getting a sales associate to compliment that bag. So I have a soft spot in my heart for this leather and its durability and how it holds up over time. It's just a really lovely structured bag, but not too definitely not tight. You can get in and out of this rather easily. I'm gonna enjoy utilizing it. I'm gonna need a smaller, all of my inserts are of a large, like GM, never full size, so I might have a Speedy insert that will go in here, but I think I'm gonna get a black insert because it, like I said, it is a little bit dirty on the inside in here, and I'll take some shots and insert of the actual look of it. I mean, it's not horrible. I might be able to use a lint roller and clean it out, but it is just a little bit dirty in there that I want to use something to clean it out and get it to be a little bit cleaner. And then I'll use a little bit of leather cleaner on these the outside out here to just get it cleaned up a little bit. But surprisingly not as scratched up as it could be, considering the feet are in rather good condition and there's rather minimal scratching, just a couple of scratches here and there on the bottom of the bag, a little bit of wear here on this edge right here. But for its age, it's surprisingly good condition. There's a little bit more wear right there. But for 500 bucks, a Louis for 500 bucks, I mean, I think it's in great condition. And again, these are in remarkably decent shape. I thought they would be substantially more worn, but they're in a nice pliable stage, but not used up stage of wear. So I am actually quite happy with this purchase, and it'll be nice to add to my rotation of bags. So I'm excited to have the Madeleine here in my collection of items. So another one of the more understated items in my collection, but you know, it's one of those, if you know, you know how what EPI looks like. It's quite recognizable when you know the brand. So I am quite happy with this latest purchase. So if you have a Madeleine, let me know. Comment down below if you like the EPI. I am a bigger fan of Empreinte, but the EPI just, you know, doesn't hold its value overall. but they're lovely bags to have. So you can acquire them quite reasonably and in a wide iteration of styles from back in the day. I believe the Madeleine's come out in a newer version that EPI, not EPI, but in like I think it's in the oversized bi-color empreinte print is what it's come out in most recently. But it's kind of interesting how LV has been utilizing a lot of these older styles in re-releases. So I've been really quite surprised to see how often you see re-releases of the older styles. So just another one of the ones that I've come across, and again, supporting a local consignment shop here is nice to have access to. So I was lucky to come across it. If you have any questions, you know, again, ask me down below, but I'm sure there are some online, and if there are, I'll link them down in the description box where you can come across it. I know that there is a white one I've seen before, and I think a red in this style, but it's just not something you see too often. So glad to have you. Take care.